Todd Howard, Toddhoward, game director for Fallout 3. These NPCs are not scripted.
This news dropped 2 days ago. I saw it on Twitter initially, but I kind of was too busy editing other things and I didn't want to oversaturate my channel by pumping out 4 videos in a day or so. I don't know how people will receive that. They'd probably go, "God damn this Gundam, all these shitty ass stories, he sucks. He thinks he's a news reporter." Now let's talk about Fallout 4 for this video. Fallout 4 right now, well, let's talk about Fallout in general for this video. Fallout 4's high-resolution texture pack is arriving next week for the PC, and there's also going to be support for the Sony PlayStation Pro. They're going to put a, 1440p native resolution in there. That's cool and all, I guess. I personally, I'm not really stoked. If I was on PlayStation, I'd be really miffed with Fallout. But that's neither here nor there. That's a story for another time. Let's talk about this Fallout 4 HD resolution texture pack DLC that's 58 fucking gigabytes. That is ridiculous. It's bigger than most games. And they're showing this picture, the one that we've all seen, I'm sure you have. And they're going, oh, if you want your Fallout to look as good as this, you'll have to download it. And I zoomed into the picture. I'm on a 4K monitor right now, and I can honest to God tell you, these textures are not amazing. They're not. There are better mods out there that use less resources. In fact, there are mods on Fallout right now, there are texture mods that have better resolution, better meshes, and they fucking use up less resources on your game. Essentially what this Bethesda HD resolution texture pack is to me is uncompressed, unoptimized, 58 gigabytes of slightly better textured bullshit. I mean, that's all it really is. I don't know why these journalist pages are sitting there like, look at the tires in the background. And I'm looking at them. They're horrible. I've covered way better tire mods. Hulk Hogan PL, for instance, has a mod out right now that gives way better tire textures. Lupin, I believe his name is. Or not Lupin. Oh, fuck, I can't remember his name. But he has a texture mod pack out. What is it? If anything, I'll add a link in the video to just show my point here. On top of that, when we zoom in and look back here at the car in the background, I'm not impressed at all. Like, really, the textures are just so disgusting on Fallout. They're really bad. Like, laughably bad at times. The optimization of the game is still horrendous. Even before the 1080 and stuff launched, Fallout ran like dick in downtown Boston on a 980 Ti. There's no excuse for that in today's day and age. Sure, there are people like stoked for this, but honest to God, if you've been drinking the Kool-Aid long enough, you'll believe anything they fucking tell you. Like Michael Jackson fans. I mean, how many times does the guy have to be called a pedophile before you start to think, well, there might be some credence to this? I mean, shit, if you lived in a neighborhood and every fucking week the guy down the street got arrested for crack possession, would you seriously give him the benefit of the doubt? You'd be like, fucking Fred is a crackhead. Fuck Fred. He's ruining the neighborhood. Point being, you know, people love Bethesda. There's a large amount of casual gamers, and that's what Fallout 4 was geared towards. Fallout 4 is dead on story, it's dead on quest line, it's dead on your choices. It's basically like they went in a room and said, what can we do to make Fallout more appealing to mass people? Let's improve the gun mechanics. Okay, done. Let's make quests easier. Less talking. People don't like to read. Okay, done. Add voice actors. Okay, done. What else should we do? Everybody loves Minecraft. Let's build bases. Minecraft. Gotcha. And then Todd Howard walks out there and he goes, it just works. And it didn't. The high resolution texture pack will arrive as a free update because you could not sell this shit to PC gamers. At least they're smart enough to know that. If they said, here's a high resolution texture pack, only $5, people would tell Todd Howard to eat a dick. Let's see. Now, here's the retarded thing. In order to run this texture pack, you need a Core i7-5820K or better. That's a 6-core processor Intel CPU. I would have bought one instead of the 4790K, but I couldn't afford the fucking RAM. So I went a step down at the time. But still, not too many people are rocking a 6-core fucking Intel CPU. That's ridiculous. And honestly, I think that they're shooting over for expectations. Let's see, also the GTX 1080 or AMD's R9 490, 8GB. Now, we'll touch on that later, because basically Bethesda, like, leaked this by mistake. So, the 1080, another beefy-ass graphics card. By the way, if you don't know, there's a sale going on in Newegg. You can get the MSI version of the 1080 for under $600 with a mail-in rebate. I'll give you a link to that if you're interested. Now, on to my point here. Bethesda obviously picked some wild specs. Is probably recommended because it's the only way you can power through this bullshit. These textures are going to be uncompressed, unoptimized. They'll probably look a little better, but not much better. And it's going to tank your performance because it's fucking Bethesda. These are the same guys who put out patches and optimizations that make your game turn into a complete pile of shit.
Gundam, tell us how you really feel.
Honestly, I guess it's cool. But on the other hand, I know that this isn't going to be what I want it to be. I know that from everything stated here, it's a big red flag that says, we've just put this out, however we feel, because we love you. Not really, suck a dick, but here you go anyway. We want to look like heroes to people who don't have enough sense to know the difference between good texture packs and bad ones. You know, like I was on the Steam community and someone was like, if I use Fallout script extender, will it break my game? Like, no, it'll enhance your game, dude. How could it break your game? You're more likely to have your game fucked up from a Bethesda patch than Fallout 4 script extender. Just so you know. Like, newsflash, modders put more love and care into the stuff they put on these games than Bethesda does now. I don't know. I, like, want this to be good, but in my heart, I know it won't be. You know, it's kind of like a girl you're madly in love with, but she's constantly fucking up and getting in trouble with drugs and the law. You want to help her, you want to believe in her, but deep down inside you know she's gonna let you down and it's gonna fucking hurt, and you're just gonna keep repeating the process until you can finally walk away from her or she kills herself.
Those are dark analogies from your past.
Alright, next, let's talk about let's move on to the 490 thing. Bethesda leaked this by mistake. It was on their page. They cleaned it up within like 2 hours though, but that's after everybody else caught it. All the speculation is true, whether the RX 490 is what it is or it's called the Fury X2, who knows, but basically, supposedly, the Vega 10 appears to be a 275 watt part based on what we know of Radeon's Instinct MI25, which I've talked about a while ago, and estimating 25 teraflops, which would be utterly insane. Long story short, if Vega is what they say it is, this is going to place it at or 5 to 10% above the Titan XP. Now, this would make it a 25% improvement over the 1080. So if the 490 is that card, or if it's called something else, whatever, we're going to find out relatively soon in May or June. And it makes sense considering the 1080 is the recommended card, and the equivalent would be an AMD something or other. Unless they're going to put out two cards, unless there's going to be like a 480, which is going to be AMD's sort of answer to the 1080, and whatever the other Vega 10 chip is, let's say it's like the Fury X2 or something, that's going to be their answer to the Titan, making it the Titan killer that it wasn't last time around. Who is to know? Who's to say? I could delve into this deeper, but I want this video not to be fucking forever, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's got a life, and I know they don't want to sit and hear me yammer on and speculate all day. Next up is the rumor that just seems to be going crazy yet again, which is the Fallout New Vegas 2, developed under Obsidian teaser, blah blah blah. There's been a lot of speculation with Obsidian doing Fallout. Everyone who's a big Obsidian fan wants them to do another Fallout, myself included. It'd be a godsend. A godsend. I would love for Obsidian to do a Fallout game, especially after Fallout 4 didn't come close to my expectations, as you probably already guessed from the way I just lambasted it a second ago. But, much like the Fallout Louisiana rumor, I don't think Fallout New Vegas 2 is happening. I'm sorry. As much as people want it to, it's just this weird rumor that pops up. Basically, Obsidian has put out a comment for this. Obsidian PR manager Mikey Dowling told Kotaku the following in regards to the Fallout sequel and rumors. We said plenty of times that we'd love to work on Fallout again if Bethesda wanted us to. We just aren't at this time, right now. We're very focused on the FIG campaign to make our first ever sequel to Pillars of Eternity 2, Deadfire. Whenever a new Fallout comes around though, whoever is doing it, we all look forward to playing it. And that's it. it pretty much echoes everything they've said before of how they'd like to how they'd like to develop Fallout again. And that's pretty much that. Now, granted, PR, you don't have to trust PR much because let's face it, Bethesda is running around saying, oh yeah, we have no comment on a game coming out for the Nintendo Switch, especially Skyrim. And meanwhile, the Skyrim is on the Nintendo Switch release video, right there in everyone's faces. And Bethesda's like, yeah, we're not commenting on that because it's not happening. Like, bullshit, dude. Come on, don't fucking act like we're stupid. We understand. Don't be douchebags. So this could be a case of that, but they are working on Pillars of the Eternity, which even I knew of. The probability of them doing a Fallout anytime soon doesn't seem likely, which is unfortunate. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope this is just more PR spin to keep us on our toes and keep us off the scent of the trail. I'd love a Fallout New Vegas 2. I would love it. I would love a Fallout New Orleans. That would be awesome too. But there's nothing here but speculation and rumor. And often speculation and rumor can be wrong. Take it from somebody who does a lot of reading of speculation and rumor about the 1080 Ti and when that's coming out, or the RX 490 when that's coming out. And so far, a lot of the speculation and rumors have been wrong, and it still hasn't come out. Hell, the 490 was supposed to come out back in December, and it didn't. Hell, the 1080 was supposed to be shown at CES, but since AMD didn't show off the Vega CPU, they pulled the plug on pulling the 1080. Now the new rumor is we might see the 1080 Ti at Computex in June or at E3 as a preemptive strike to the Vega GPU coming out. Once again, all speculation and rumor. That's going to do it for me. Feel free to rate, comment, subscribe if you so choose to. If not, that's cool.